Why are we still competing when survival is almost solved? Assalamu alaikum. My name is Islam Al Hadari, and I'm here to talk about competition. This question, this word, has been haunting me for a very long time. And I could see that it's affecting the world in so many different ways, in so many good and bad ways. So I just wanted to share with you my ideas and the concept itself. And as an educator, I always go back to the definition and the origin of words. And then usually I look also at history and what happened generally with the people with our ancestors and what happens around us so we can understand more about it. When you go back to the word competition, you will find that it comes back to the Latin word competir, which actually is defined that to strive together, not against each other. Is it the case now? The modern definition is totally different. And when you look at all the religions, whether Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, you will find that the word competition or the word compete has been mentioned so many times. Not actually so many, there are a few times. So for example, in all cases, you will find that the competition here was always for something that there is no loss in, or there is no loss in it for anyone. Meaning that we need to look at the aim of the competition. Okay, we're competing, then what? Yeah. Who's winning, who's losing? In Islam, for example, you will find that it's said in Quran, سارعوا لمغفرة, meaning race for the forgiveness. So here the competition, it doesn't mean that the one who will arrive first, he will take all the forgiveness, right? And leave nothing for the rest that are following him, or let's say the losers in this case. There are no losers actually. But the thing is that someone will arrive first for the forgiveness, and the other one wants to arrive first for the forgiveness for the good of all. So فليتنافس المتنافسون. So let the competitors compete. In what? In helping people, in doing good deeds, in taking more hasanat or points, let's say, rewards. So again, the loss here is not to lose it all, but that it's done in a way that someone is taking more than the other. But again, why? Because this person stayed persistent and tried harder, or started first, or. Then let's look also at the world around us. Do animals compete? Yes, they do, of course. We've all seen so many videos of lions competing together. We all remember what happened between Scar and this is not the right example actually, because Scar was pure evil, which is usually not the case in the animals kingdom. So you will find that mostly animals, they compete for specific reasons. Usually the competition here happens whether for mating, for resources, the nutrition that they need, the nutrients that they need, the nutrition. So again, competition for what? For the natural selection, for survival, because it's built-in system that we need to strive, we need to continue, we need to survive, because we're part of the system, so we need to be there. Let's say that you have 10 lions and 100 deers, and one lioness can catch 2 or 3 deers per week, let's say, for the whole pack. And accordingly, what will happen that the deers will get less, they will become 98 or 97. Then when one of the lions will die, by that time, also you'll find a lot of deers will die, so the balance will stay. When these lions, they will have more kids, and now the pack is bigger from 10 to 15, you will find also that the deers are becoming 150, so they can cover the number of lions and the number or the amount of food that is needed for these lions. So naturally, the system is balancing this. If lions decide suddenly to become vegan and unbalance the system, so what will happen? They will now fight with the deers over the grass, right? And what will happen? Of course, the lions will kill the deers, all of them. And then there are no deers. And now the lions could not continue eating only the grass because it's not natural. They cannot stay vegan forever or vegetarian forever. And accordingly, the system will destabilize. So it doesn't work. So when you see two lions, like the trying to be the alpha or the the top guy, so they're fighting now for what? For the gold medal? No. For a certificate? No. Because one of them needs to be the main one that will be responsible for the continuation and the survival of this tribe or this pack. The strongest, the one with the highest genes, the one who will bring strong kids so they can continue, so they can survive, because the instinct is saying so. We have one pack and another pack, and there is a specific area that has some amount of deers, and they're fighting again because this tribe is stronger than this. It has better genes. They can pass better genes to the next generation, so they have the right to continue. Or maybe when this will win, the others of the pack will join. Depends. So many different ways and so many different scenarios that happen in this. But the competition here is not for sport, just to enjoy. And usually, by the way, when they compete, it doesn't end by the death of one of them. Once the stabilization is there, it stops. It's not until death. So the intention here is not for the sake of competition and I have to be the winner and you have to be the loser. No, it's for the selection of the best who will be responsible to continue this or to take care of this or will be the one that can really survive and continue or be responsible for this area or can take care of the food and needs the food more and so on. So when it comes to human beings, we should compete to strive together. Why? Because we should work for the survival of the whole species, for all human beings. And since we are not only animals and that's it, no, we have a specific responsibility here. We took the responsibility of taking care of this place we call Earth. We were created to be the responsible ones for this. So in this case, it's not only about competing, so I take this territory or you take this territory, or I will be responsible for these resources alone, or you will be responsible for this food alone, and so on. Supposedly, the one that should win, in big quotes here, is the one that will be the best to take care of this responsibility for all of us, not only for himself. Is it the case? Do you see this happening? No. So the animals were competing or fighting because there was hunger, were fighting for food. But when the hunger will end, there is no need to compete anymore. It stabilizes, it cools down. So that's why I'm wondering, why are we still competing if the hunger was or is already stabilized? Now, the modern competition is not about food. It's about status, the ego that is inside of us. And I can understand that there should be a rank. We're competing for rank, we're competing for followers, we're competing for certificates, for the gold medals, for... But what happens to the rest? What happens to the one who doesn't win? They did the effort. They trained. They worked hard. And what do they get at the end? If you are lucky and you're in the Olympiads, you take the silver medal, yeah, it's okay, but not gold. Or even worse, you take the bronze medal. Or even the biggest nightmare, you're the last one, the lowest, the last one who arrived. Although maybe this person has already have done a lot of effort and trained very well, but that specific day, he wasn't lucky enough. He was sick. He was not feeling well. Or maybe this is really his limit, but at least he tried. Did he get anything? No. So we finish the competition. 1, 2, or 3 are happy, or happiest, happy, less happy, and the rest are destroyed. So why are we doing this to ourselves? And we have to have the the highest net worth person or company, the top 500, the top 100, the richest man on earth. Now it's Elon Musk. No, it's Jeff Bezos. No, it's Elon Musk again. No, come on. And you can be the next Elon Musk. No, sir, you cannot. And you get actually when you become the next Elon Musk to be the richest man on earth. How this helps humanity? Okay, he's doing let's say, okay, hypothetically, he's doing a lot of good projects. He's helping humanity. Don't know why so far, but anyways, he's helping humanity in this way or in that way. Or he created this product that will change the world and so on and so on. So how many people is it really helping? How many people is it really arriving to? Did this finish hunger? No. We have millions in hunger and we're competing for the Champions League. And all of the money is going there. That's very weird. Really, when you think about it, that's mentally. It's weird, really. So you might say, okay, so Islam, what do you want? Do you want to stop competitions? Not saying so. I'm just saying that instead of stopping the competition, we need to alter it a little bit. Meaning that we should look at the intention, the target of it. So after the competition will happen, what is the target behind this competition? What we will reach? Yeah, okay, the competition happened. There is the top, second, third, and so on. What's next? We're actually using a survival tool for status. So instead, going back to the animal example, the competition that happens for the survival of the whole tribe, the whole pack, the whole species, is being used now for status, is being used for the sake of the marketing that will happen behind that. Yeah, okay, you have running competition. The race has finished. Usain Bolt won, let's say. Time for Nike, for New Balance, for this. And everyone else wants to wear his t-shirt, wants to do his move, and the winning pose, and Ronaldo, Messi, Muhammad Salah, and so on. And the media is working on to tell you day and night, especially to our children, that you should be the next Ronaldo, that you could be the next Messi. You should think like Muhammad Salah. Basically, it's telling you you should live another person's life. Just you to think about this. Let's say the Premier League. You have 20 teams competing against each other, and the winning team takes a lot of money. The second team takes less money, and the third team takes less money. How is this money coming? From the tickets of the games, from what we pay to watch, so the cost of the subscription that we buy, from the cost of the subscription we pay for to watch, and of course all of the other advertising and marketing, merchandise, everything else you can think of. Who pays this money? Us, basically. Yeah, each one of us. Great. How is this coming back to us? Entertainment. Yeah, okay. So this is actually a good case when you think about it. It's not as important as food and as health or medicine, yeah? Okay, it's still entertainment. It's good, and the competition is somehow healthy because it's something that is, if it is healthy. Yeah, there are a lot of also, because when corporates enter in this, then there are more benefits for a corporate over the other. They're playing games. There are like powers on in this, so it's not fair 100% as well. However, when you look at it like this, it's good. Or even better, the match that has been done several times between the old players who already plays now. It was just last month maybe that they do this game between two teams that is full of vloggers and the old players and so on, and then all the money that is coming from this, whether from the tickets or from the donations, is going to help kids or sick kids or for the orphans or to feed some specific people who have been going through tough times. So this is a healthy competition. The team that won and the team who lost, they're happy, both of them, because they did something for a common cause for all humanity, for all of us. There are, of course, in the middle, some brands getting some benefit out of this. But when you look at the target here, the full target, the main thing is to help human beings. But what will I benefit and you benefit from? But what will I benefit or you benefit from this team or that team winning? It's just for status. And if you are following this team, oh, good luck to you. You're on top of the world for a few months. Yeah. And for the one who lost, oh, some people die because of this. They get heart attacks and brain strokes and so on. I don't think his or her family will be happy for this. May Allah protect us all. So it's unhealthy competition by all means, because we took a survival tool again and we put it into status. Let's look at corporates. Inside the corporate, the man of the month, the employee of the month, the lady of the month. If this is happening on monthly basis, that's great. I would prefer that we will have several status happening here. So not only the best employee. Oh, there is the fastest employee, there is the most consistent employee, there is the employee with the highest growth, the employee that brought more sales, the employee that kept cleanliness, and so on. So each one should be a winner in a specific thing. And like this, I would feel content and I will not think about competing with the one next to me. Now, this is the funny part. And this is happening in education and it's happening also in corporate. We ask people to compete, but at the same time, we ask them to do teamwork. That's, what are we doing? You know, what is going on here? It's very weird. You should strive to be the best, but work with a team. It's impossible. How would we work in a team unless you're competing team to team? But again, is it for the benefit of the company or for the benefit of people? Depends. The target here should be clear. So you will see that the competition here has been changed for the benefit of a system or for the benefit of a corporate, for the benefit of few. Let's look at the history of competition. If you look at the numbers, you will not believe it really when you look at the number of competitions. You will not believe it really when you look at the number of international competitions that we have, the World Cup, the Olympics here and the Olympics there, and the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup for men, the FIFA World Cup for women, the U17, the U23, More than 100 international competition in sports is being held on yearly basis. Who's benefiting? A lot of brands selling a lot of merchandise for people who are not part of this competition at all. Me, you, and a lot of others. And what did the world really get when this or that team or this or broke an old record? Maybe there is something here. So is it true that we will not get better if we are not competing against each other? I don't know, to be honest. I cannot tell the answer, but think about it. It's actually something that you can write in the comments if you want. But why don't we compete against ourselves? Meaning, if today I can jump a 1 meter, then next day I can jump a centimeter extra, and then that's good for the growth of myself, and accordingly, even better, the growth of all human beings. If competition is done between the companies to find a new cure, or between labs to find a new cure, and we go back to the real meaning of competition, competir, to strive together. So we work together. You have the same inputs or different inputs, or I will take this part of the research and you will take the other part of the research, and we try together to reach to a common good. Great. So you will tell me, oh, so who will get the money when we create the cure? Take percentages, share it together. But it's not the case. And we know that. So we basically are competing to make one win, and all of the rest lose. Then we wonder why we have a lot of psychology issues, sociology issues, and we wonder why people are envying us, and we wonder why this is happening to me, and why do they hate me, and so on. What are you expecting if the system has created this? I'm not talking about a specific system, it's what we all did to each other. Even between brother and another brother, the same kids in one family. Each one is trying to compete to do something better than the other, although they are totally different. Even twins, they are different. Maybe they look the same, but each one of them has a specific intelligence, specific artistic side that they can express. So making them both play the same game or try the same thing. We started even do the competition for the sake of the competition. And you see kids are trying to learn piano, but they don't find themselves in piano. So they start playing football. Or maybe doing this at the same time until they find the thing that they can compete in. So we're doing it for the sake of the competition. No one here is enjoying this. It's so much. And it could be for the sake of just that I want my son or my daughter to be the winner. And sorry to the of all the rest of the kids. How do you feel if your kid is not the winner? Why you didn't think about the feeling of the other moms or the other dads and the other kids who went home that day with nothing? And what did your kid benefit actually when he became the winner? One medal? One certificate? What good did he do or she do to the world, to human beings? Although we are supposed to live together. As long as you are the winner, you don't care. But think about yourself. You can never be the whole time winner. Think about yourself when you were not the winner. How did it feel? You would say, okay, this pain that I had is the one that pushed me. Oh, wow. So you need to compare yourself to others. So you will be pushed. It means that if the lion who was supposed to take care of the pack didn't have the another lion who's standing against him, he would just leave it. He will just not do it. It's basically you're telling that you're giving up your instinct for the sake of the status. I'll just sit until I find someone who's less than me or better than me, and then I move. What are we doing? It's very weird. So I've been wondering, when did we lose it? When did we lose the target? And I believe it comes from a lot of factors, but mainly from the education. And I could talk a lot about what's happening in education around the world and how it works actually. But maybe we leave this to another video. Just want you today to start thinking about this. Do I have to compete with others? Or is it better that I compete with my old self? So basically, here I am now, where I should be. I should be better than this, because I need to survive. So I need to learn more skills. I need to get more money. I need to take the step up for myself and for the good of all as well. So the competition that you're doing with your own self is for you to get better, for your family, for your kids, for the environment, for the community, for the neighborhood, whatever. But not look at the one next to me and say, oh, I should be better. Why do you care? Why don't you be better? And he or she also will become better. Why don't you work together? So both of you will become better for the sake of the company, for the sake of the group, for the sake of your families, for the sake of the community, and for the sake of the whole world. We're all important, not only the 0.1% that should be on top, and the rest will not know anything. The ones who created AI or created robots or knows who they are, they should not be only the ones who are the winners and we just follow and that's it. This is done to help us. Then we should also take it and help others and do the things that are for the good of all humanity in this case. So I leave you with this idea to think about. If you want to put your comment, please do. You don't have to agree with me. We can take it and compete, strive together to reach to a specific thing that we can do to make our lives better, to make this world better for our children. Because at the end of the day, Even from a selfish point of view, when you will grow and become old, you need them also to be nice to you. So it's not in anyone's benefit that we create monsters that just want to kill each other and that's it. Wish you all the best. See you in the next video. Bye.